So after learning how to properly use my diffuser without disturbing my curls, I wanted to post an updated video on me using my F350 hairdryer. Hey guys, so I'm back to just show you that I finally had success in using my F350. So the first time I used it, I didn't use the products that I needed to use because I didn't really use a gel to hold my curls. I just used a finishing gel. And then I kept touching my hair while I was diffusing it. And so that just added to the frizz. And on top of all that, I was using the high heat, which is basically just totally dried out my hair. So I don't know if any of you watching this video right now saw the video when I first talked about this, but you could see that my hair did not come out as defined as I would have liked it to. And I was expecting it to, but it wasn't at any fault to this dryer. It was my technique that needed to be enhanced. So I went and watched some videos of properly diffusing hair. Don't use high heat. And I was using high heat. And I mean, I was blasting that thing because there's this button here. So once you put it on high heat, you get high heat, but then pushing this little button makes the force even more. So I was just basically just not only, using high heat, which of course we know heat is not good for our curls. But I wasn't really just too concerned about that. I was concerned that I was blowing away my curl definition, and that's what I was doing. So, okay, I'm gonna try some different stuff. And so far, it seems it's doing a whole lot better job. My hair is not completely dry. It's maybe 50%. We won't say 50%. We'll say 40%. It's about 40% dry. I just got out the shower about 20 minutes ago, and but I used my leave-in conditioner and I used the extreme wetline gel, and before the only gel I had used was just a finishing gel from the Dove Amplified Textures, and that just really wasn't enough to hold down and do something, especially if I was going to be using this, and especially if I was going to be blasting heat on it. It's just going to blow those curls away. So I have been using this for the past 20 minutes on my hair, and I found out that you just kind of hold it. Actually, someone said just kind of get the roots first, which is what I did. I'm using low heat. I'm not even using the, I did turn on the blaster because this is such on the low heat setting, when you turn on the blaster, the force is not as strong. So that's what I'm using right now. Or that's what I had been using, and I started out just holding it up here on my head to try to get the roots dry. And I just kind of went around the head, just holding it there. And they're like, wow. Yeah, they're like, I'm going to say 50% dry. More so than this part, because I've kind of focused on this to get this dry, at the roots first. So then I just proceeded to just kind of hold it here. Now, some people were pushing it to the head, but I saw where some were just saying, no, you just kind of want to hold it like that. And that seems to be working. The main thing is I wasn't supposed to be touching it. And I think when I was doing it before, I was trying to, manipulate my curls with my hand, but that's what this is supposed to do. So I just needed to keep my hands out of it. And someone said, once you've styled your hair, got it the way you want, keep your hands out of it. And of course, these are things that, as you begin to experiment with diffusing hair, that you find what works for you, which is what I'm trying to do, because it's like, this dryer, I think, does its job. I just need to figure out my technique to make this work for me. So that's what I did, because, I feel at that point, I'm really getting my $40 worth, because not only is it doing its job, I'm developing a technique, and we both working together to make it work. So I'm just going to show you a little bit, and then hopefully it'll be dry enough so you can see the finished results. That's what it's looking like right now. There is no frizz. I haven't put my hands in my hair. I'm trying not to. I'm so used to doing that. So it was really hard for me to just leave your hair alone. Like right here, I just want to fix this curl because it's got this gap here and here and here. But I'm just going to leave it alone because I think once it's dry, then hopefully, you know, I can put some oil on my hands and then just kind of, you know, separate it. But what I've learned is just keep those hands out the hair. So I'm going to put this back on the low heat setting. Okay, that's high. And this is the low heat. And you can kind of see the force is just like a gentle, it's like a gentle breeze. And when I turn on the button here at the back, it gets a little bit more. And so I have the button on here to get more air, but it's a low warm. It's low warm. And that other setting I was using was high heat. So I'm just going to continue doing what I was doing because I'm already liking the results already. Because I had used this the last 2 times and I just wasn't entirely pleased with my results. But then again, I finally, third time's a charm, right? I hope you guys can hear me. I finally used the gel, and fortunately, and I don't like using gel really because it's just so sticky and messy. But I had some Wetline Extreme Gel, and so I finally just used that. And so far, it seems to be working for me. It dried so quick before, because I said it had to be under 15 minutes, was because I was blasting it with hot heat. So yeah, it was going to dry quickly. I've used a diffuser before, but I still just really don't think I just developed the proper technique. I was just being satisfied for the most part with what I was getting. Videos, you can get inundated with stuff, with ways to do things, and you just finally have to say, okay, I got the main concept, I'm just gonna try to just figure it out on my own and make it work for my hair. So I did learn some crucial points though. I gotta keep my hands out my hair while I'm diffusing, and definitely once it's styled, because I know when I style it, I would go and try to manipulate it and move curls around, and you know, just gonna leave it. Finish this right quick because I gotta get ready for work, and then I'm gonna come back on and let you see. All right. right, so my hair is about 90% dry. As you can see, I did not disturb the curls this time around. There is no frizz. That definition is popping. So I am very pleased with the results this time around after learning how to properly diffuse my hair. I did want to stretch it, but I don't have time and I gotta head to work. All right, so I attempted to stretch it with the hand dryer in the bathroom and a baby comb. I know, right? All right, so this is what we get after doing that. I mean, it doesn't look too bad. I do have a little bit more volume than I did when I left the house. I still maintain my curl definition. You know, other than those bangs doing their own thing, I think it looks pretty good, you know, for, you know, rushing and trying to get out the door and finishing up at work. So I just wanted to show you guys. Thanks for watching.